Do you actually know what your cat is saying when they meow at you? Not at the other people in your house, at you. Most people assume a meow is just a meow, a sound, a mood, maybe hunger, maybe boredom. But here's what nobody tells you. Your cat isn't using a meow they were born with. They invented it, specifically for you. And no, this has nothing to do with food. Adult cats almost never meow at other cats. Not in the wild, not in feral colonies. Silence is their default. The meowing? That's a language cats built from scratch, because humans respond to sound in ways other cats simply don't. Research on domestic versus feral cat vocalization shows indoor cats produce dramatically more sound than cats with no human contact. Not because they're wired that way, because you taught them it works. Your cat didn't inherit their voice. They grew it. For you. There's actually a name for what your cat does when they look at you and make that specific sound. We'll get there. And by point 7, you'll understand one meow you never want to miss here. Your cat speaks differently to every single person in your house. Not slightly differently, measurably differently, different pitch, different length, different frequency. One cat, multiple languages, one per human. Researchers studying cat-human vocal interaction found that cats actively modulate their calls based on who's listening, not what they want, who they're talking to. The sound adapts to the person. Think about what that means for a family of 3. One family noticed it by accident. Their cat had a short, bright chirp for the person who fed her, a low, drawn-out sound for the child who played with her, and for the partner who mostly ignored her, the loudest meow in the house. Not because she liked him less, because she'd learned he needed more signal to respond. That's not manipulation. That's attunement. Your cat has been studying you, your rhythms, your reactions, your attention, and adjusting their voice accordingly. They know what works on you specifically and what doesn't work on anyone else. The meow your cat uses with you isn't just personal. It's a portrait of exactly how you respond to them. And that portrait has a name. And it's been studied. Dr. Susanne Schötz at Lund University spent years recording and analyzing cat vocalizations across different human relationships. What she found, cats develop unique prosodic patterns, distinct rhythms, melodies, and tonal shapes for specific people, not for humans in general, for one person. She called them individualized vocal signatures. Your cat's meow for you isn't a variation of a standard meow. It's an original, a sound that was composed through months of watching you, reading you, learning the exact acoustic shape that makes you respond. It exists nowhere else, not in any other cat, not with any other person. That sound is a one-of-a-kind creation, and your cat is the only one who made it. If this is already changing how you hear your cat, good. Subscribe, because point 6 is going to change how you hear every sound they've ever made. But here's what most people still don't realize. The best part is just getting started. Drop your city in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. The meow isn't just personal. The pitch is a message, and different pitches mean completely different things. Things your cat is saying to you right now every single day. You just haven't known how to listen. There's one specific meow your cat saves almost exclusively for you. It's called the solicitation call, a meow with a purr buried inside it, a rough, vibrating quality underneath the surface sound. Karen McComb at the University of Sussex identified it in 2009. Humans respond to it instinctively, almost urgently, because it embeds a high-frequency cry similar to an infant's. Your cat figured this out, about you, and uses it accordingly. And hey, if this is making you hear your cat completely differently right now, hit that like button and subscribe. This is how these videos reach more people who actually want to understand what their cat is telling them. Now, tonight, try this. When your cat meows at you, listen underneath the sound. Not for the pitch, for the texture. Is there a roughness to it? A vibration? Almost like 2 sounds at once? If yes, that's the solicitation call. That's the sound your cat developed for their primary person. For you. Not for the other people in the house. Not for strangers. Your cat found the exact frequency that unlocks you and plays it like they've always known the combination. A cat who stops meowing at you isn't calm. They've given up. Behavioral research on animal communication shows that vocalizations which receive no response gradually extinguish. The cat doesn't decide to go quiet, they just stop expecting an answer. Not because they're independent, because they've concluded you can't be reached. A woman adopted a cat from a shelter described as underscore, quote, underscore zero, underscore, for months, barely a sound. Then one evening she sat on the floor, made eye contact, and made a small sound back. The cat stared at her, then meowed, tentatively, like testing a door they'd stopped trying. Within weeks, that cat was vocal every single day. She wasn't quiet. She had learned that sound didn't work here, until it did. If your cat rarely meows at you, not never, but rarely, try this. Next time they make any sound at all, stop what you're doing, look at them, respond, even just a word, see what happens over the next few days, because silence isn't always personality. Sometimes it's a door your cat stopped knocking on, and the question is whether you've been answering. There is one meow that is completely different from every other sound your cat makes, and most owners only hear it once. It's called the reunion vocalization, lower than a greeting, longer, often paired with figure 8 walking around your legs, or pressing their head directly into you. It doesn't sound like excitement, it sounds like exhale. A 2019 study by Kristen Vitale at Oregon State University found that cats form secure attachment bonds with their primary humans, patterns nearly identical to those seen in human infants with caregivers. Separation activates genuine distress. Return resolves it. That sound is the resolution. People hear it after a hospital stay, after a 2-week trip, after anything that broke the expected rhythm of your presence. Some owners describe it as the only time their cat ever sounded almost human. It's not a greeting. It's not excitement. It's your cat saying, "I didn't know if you were coming back." And that's the part that stays with you, because you probably heard it once and didn't know what it was. You thought they were just happy to see you. They were. But underneath that, they were also relieved. Which brings us to the last meow. As cats age, or when they're very unwell, their meows get softer, not less frequent, softer, quieter, almost too quiet to hear across a room. And that softening is directed at one person, the person they chose, the person whose voice they learned first and kept longest. It's not weakness, it's the opposite. They are conserving everything they have left, every breath, every sound, and they are spending it on you. You won't always know that's what's happening. It doesn't announce itself. There's no moment where it's obvious. Just a cat who seems quieter than usual, who stays closer than usual, who looks at you a little longer before closing their eyes, and makes that small sound, that barely there sound that took months to build. That was made from watching you, learning you, finding the exact shape of you in sound, still working, right up until it isn't. Most people only understand this in retrospect. They remember a sound from the last few weeks and realize that was the meow, the one from the hook, the one I told you to listen for. The smallest sounds are sometimes the ones that were working the hardest to reach us.